How do you cope with this in your without? And I'm not going to ask you to use names or anything like that, but in your private life, how do you cope with people whom you once held dear going off on these bad paths?
So this was a topic of my previous book, Twilight of Democracy. I had this experience actually in multiple countries because I was I didn't know if you would call me conservative or Republican, but I was certainly an anti-communist, and that put me in that camp for many years. And my friends in Poland, where I lived part of the time, and in London, where I worked for many years, and in the United States, were also came from that world, and I watched that world divide in many places. And it's funny, I thought that in 2016, I'd been through that, in 2015 in Poland, 2016 in the US, that I'd been through that, that the divisions had resolved themselves. The people who were really fanatical and wound up being pro-Trump or fanatically pro-Brexit in some cases, that they had sort of faded out of my life.